during the break, we were talking about using goofy people and trying to set up preferences towards them. So one of the shots that I told you I would tell you about is we had this couple. She was from Germany, and they said, "Oh, why don't we get a hot dog and eat it from both ends?" And this was what it was like on like a 4th of July weekend. And so they're both eating each side of the hot dog, staring at each other. And it was like perfectly like with ketchup on the top. Like it was so stupid and funny. It was great.
It was probably one of the best shots of the day, probably. Everyone's going to talk about it.
It was so them.
Yeah.
And it was about getting that perfect shot with the couple. And this is why getting to know what their preferences are and really hammering that home and saying, okay, look, of course it's always what extent. Most couples aren't going to be like, let's eat a hot dog together.
Right.
And I think the greatest thing is, you know, our first few photos in that album were like, you know, kind of nonchalant, like standard pose. And then it was just a hot dog.
Yeah.
And all of them. And I remember their response to me was like, this is hilarious. Like, this is the best shot we've ever seen. Like, you guys got it perfectly. And it was like, yes, we got,